this reading is going to be what is happening to you. Will it happen? And oh my god. Everybody else saw that, right? It literally went all the way around the flame and like stopped. So this reading is going to be what will happen, when will it happen. My plan is to first pull out from my deck of will it happen to see when it'll happen, and then we'll see what is happening in that time frame with my symbol deck. And from the looks of it, something very unexpected is going to happen for some of you. Okay, cool. Let's just making sure I got all the cards. Alright, so pick number 1, number 2, number 3, and then we'll have what's going to happen for the collective. We're not going to do advice today, just what will happen for everybody. Let's see if we can predict that, shall we? So, let's get 1 for number 1. 1 for number 2. Put it here. No. Let's do back. Alright. 1 for number 2. 1 for number 2. Like my festive socks. Maybe you like wearing festive socks, number 2. And number 3. Oh. No one just flipped on over. You had like 3 of them trying to come out. And what's going to happen for the collective? We have 3. Okay. And then I'll draw 1 for each one. Interesting. So, number 1, what's happening? Let's get 2. That is so much more than 2, but I'll take the 2 sticking on top of me. And 2 for number 2. Number 2, expect a secret to be revealed. I had a couple of cards that wanted to flip over and then turn back over. You could have someone wanting to contact you and then deciding not to contact you and then actually deciding to contact you. It's kind of the vibe I'm getting. And 2 for number 3. That's way more than that. Number 3, you actually have somebody else in your energy. You should probably cleanse. Kind of getting a vibe to do that for you. So, number 3, with this flame, ivy cleanse. Sending positive vibes your way, number 3. Let's cast away that energy. That's better. Feels better for me anyway. There we go. I'll take those 2. But I'll keep this one because it's going to tell me about the other person in your energy who's been making you feel chaotic. There's someone else who's been in your energy. You've been feeling a bit strange, a bit chaotic, and you don't know why. It's because somebody else is in your energy. Maybe you're someone who posts a lot. Maybe you're someone who comes into contact with a lot of people. Either way, if your energy feels like manic or distorted and not peaceful, it's because of one specific person or you just have too much energy around you. Different strokes for different folks. Take what resonates for you. Alright, and my collective will get 1 for that one. 1 for this one. And tell you what, at the end with the collective, I'll let you pick which one out of 3 and then bottom of the deck for everybody. So you can choose all the advice or you can choose one or all of it, essentially. And I'm only going to do 1 card for the collective for each since there's so much. Alright, number 1, number 2, or number 3. But first, read your stones. This was the stone for the Will It Happen deck. This is the stone for the symbol deck. If you're curious what this is, it's a healing drum. The vibration and the sounds are meant to heal. Alright, first the stone for... They want me to put this on. Okay. Sure, why not? Let's be festive. Number one, you could be someone who's festive, who likes to celebrate the holidays. I'm seeing a mind reader for some of you. People feel as though you can read their minds when really you're just really intuitive. I don't know why I'm doing this. Maybe some of you have a tendency to be like Dr. Evil and just suddenly got that reference. I know you want me to wear the hat, but it's bothering my hair. I'll only wear it for so long. You could love Nightmare Before Christmas because this is a Nightmare Before Christmas hat. I don't do Christmas like normal people. You don't do things like normal people either. That's why you seem strange and unusual but charming. So that's the energy of this one. That sounds like you. Well, there you go. Now the next one. You're a natural born healer. First off, you sparkle and shine. People don't notice it at first, but once they get around you, they really see it. You try sometimes to be like everybody else just because you're tired of always standing out, but you never will, so don't expect to. And people are very drawn to your energy at this time. So expect random phone calls or people just randomly being attracted to you for no reason. And if you feel like it's no reason, it's not for no reason, it's just your healer energy is like being upgraded, is what I'm really hearing. So this is your energy for this stone. Now, are you 1, 2, or 3? Get good and grounded. Number 1. Numero uno. Some of you could be Spanish. Luck, the more you see, the better it will be. Swift journey, leveling up in life because of your hard work. Someone may help you level up more. So a lot of people are going to think that you're just lucky and you're leveling up in life because of luck, when in reality you've worked really hard, and when will it happen? Divine is blocking this. You feel like you're not leveling up. Whereas you really are, you're just not leveled up to where you want to be. And part of the reason why is you are not appreciating how high up you already are. Interesting. So expect a sudden level up when you finally appreciate all the amazing things you can already do and all the amazing things you already are. These are your messages. Number 1, many blessings. I did not see that coming. Number two. First we'll see when it'll happen. Unsure. This is something you're not sure if it'll happen or not, and that's one of the reasons why it hasn't happened yet. We have good news, pleasure, celebration, possible anniversary. Okay, your biggest message is get your party on, go have fun, if you feel well. If you don't feel well, go curl up in bed and put on your favorite show and just watch it. You know? You're being asked to relax and celebrate yourself and not to worry about all the other things. And when you do that, in like a few days, they want you to just like chill and do kind of nothing. If you're like me and you pick this pile, then you're like, I'm not good at doing nothing. But okay, I'll try. Alright. So I'm getting this message with you, number 2. I chose number 2. So celebrate, chill, relax, have fun. Okay. Got it. Do that and good news will come to you very soon. The sooner, the better. You'll just find that if you notice, which if I'm honest, I've been noticing that when you go to do things that are fun, it'll all work out in your favor, like more so than you originally thought. Like, I recently went on a couple of trips, and the traffic was just freaking amazing. And it was like prime time, and it didn't make sense. And like, yeah, it just went crazy well. And it was not like a tiny trip, it was like hours of traveling. So every time you celebrate or have fun, you'll notice that things go better than they're supposed to because you're meant to be like celebrating and having fun right now. So that's a message for both of us. Number 2. Don't tell anybody else I picked this pile. I usually don't reveal which pile I pick, but today I figured I'll just share. Why not? So I'm celebrating the fact that things are going my way, and I should celebrate more. Just like you, number 2. These are your messages. Many blessings. Number 3. We're gonna do extra of this for you because first I'm gonna see this person who's in your energy, disagreement, bickering. That's what wanted to pop out for you. And honestly, that's what I saw. I saw this when all the cards fell out, so this person is just trying to be in your life to cause chaos because they feel like you have it too good, which is stupid. Nobody has it too good or too bad. It's just a journey and a path, and what you're given is what you're given, and what you give yourself is what you give yourself. So this person's kind of greedy. Now let's find out what's up for you. A month. In a month, let's see what's happening for you, number 3. Number 3, you're the only one who got a time frame. I will reveal that to you. You have cask or barrel, empty dreams, vain ambitions. You want to rule, but you must serve. You kind of feel like this person has you under their thumb low-key, but they don't. You're giving this person too much power over you and your energy. That's why you're struggling. There's still a pain there. Position of stability, long-term commitment. You could have been very committed to this person. You could have cared about this person a lot. You could have spent so much time, effort, and energy that it's hard for you to basically pretend like they don't exist anymore. Heard running on the roof just then. It's a squirrel or something. But let's cleanse that. This person has you running stupid with the kind of energy they're throwing your way. This person constantly thinks poorly of you. They constantly brag about you in all the wrong ways. What I mean by that is they'll be like, I love how they are so dumb and they just let me do whatever I want kind of vibe. This person is really kind of like an egomaniac. And you kind of feed their ego every time you react. Period. Your best thing you can do is you need to write down all your woes on like a sheet of paper. Ignore that side. I was actually trying candle wax reading for myself. I just used this piece of paper because I had it around me. But like, write down all your woes, okay? And I want you to feel it, understand it, know it. Say, this is in my past. I burn it away. And literally burn that motherfucker away. Light it with care. Concern and consideration for the fact that that's gone. And you don't even need it anymore. And it doesn't matter if you're in a divorce with this person. It doesn't matter if you are still trying to figure out who gets the dog, that kind of thing. Like, don't give them any more energy or effort than you have to. Don't talk about them. Don't think about them. And every time they randomly pop up in your head, know that's them thinking about you, not you thinking about them. Because if you're not putting any effort towards them whatsoever and they're still in here, either one, you miss them and you miss the chaos, which happens sometimes, especially if you've had a lot of traumatic relationships and then you finally get on your own and you feel peaceful and you kind of don't really know what to do with that peace at first. You could try and stay busy, or you can try and, like, you're basically being told to focus your energy on things that matter. If this person is a problem, then you should be like, you know what, I have 99 problems, but you're not going to be one, because you're not going to be in my life. Whew, hardcore. So, in a month's time, so long as you make the effort to ditch this bitch, hallelujah. That's what I'm going to say. Because that's what they are. This person's kind of cunty. I don't normally say that term. They're a see you next Tuesday and then some. Like, I honestly feel a little irritated in their energy, not gonna lie. I feel kind of grumpy. It's like this person kind of feels like they're on their period all the time, if I'm honest. Like, oh, I feel uncomfortable. I don't feel good. Like, this person is whiny and needy. If I'm honest, I kind of feel like you like that this person needed you. It made you feel like, oh, they really see, like, my worth, my value. They need me so much. And then you were just like, wait a minute. My insecurity of, like, being a good provider and doing well for myself made me end up doing all these things for someone who doesn't even appreciate it. I just thought they appreciated me because they needed me so much, when in reality they were just looking for someone to use who is someone who is naturally helpful. You're someone naturally helpful and you like helping people and it makes you feel really good. It like feeds your ego. But when you pick this person, they were the wrong person to help, and you need to stop helping them and help yourself. Now's the time for you to ask for help and not give help, is really what I'm getting. Like, if you're struggling letting go of this person, feel free to ask me for help. I have been through so many traumatic relationships and hardships, and honestly, at this point, it's so easy for me to let them go. People ask me, how is this so easy? And I'm like, well, it depends on your standards. When your standards start off really low, you'll accept whatever. But when your standards are, you have to do for me as I do for you, and you do a lot, you will find you get over people really quick, because it's like, all you gotta do is ask yourself, would I do this for you? Yes. Okay, you can do this for me. And I'm not talking about complicated things like, I want you to take me 5 different places. No, this is like, please take me to go get flowers for my birthday. I love flowers more than anything. If that person can't even show up with a single flower, they can't even pick one out of your yard, book them, Dano. Not like, take them away. Seriously. You might have watched, I don't know what Book 'em Dano is from, but I just heard that. You might watch, like, old TV shows, like MacGyver and stuff like that. It's kind of the vibe I'm getting. You believe in justice. and you're seeing the justice of the situation, but not wholeheartedly. So I'm just going ahead and unveiling it to you. You literally need to ask yourself, does this person really give a fuck about me, and will they really do the same thing for me? If the answer is no, and if the answer is they never have, they never will, there's no point. If there's no hope, there's no hope. But hope is in the eye of the beholder. You don't have to have hopes for anybody else, but always have hope for yourself, because you can always do better, you can try more, you can always pick yourself up off the ground, even if you have to do it by your chin because the rest of your body just has given out. For those of you who have been there. Literally, you're so exhausted, you're laying on the floor and you drag yourself across the floor because you know you need to get back up, and you do it. Because you'll be damned if you stay on that floor just because somebody wanted you to, right? This is what you're being asked to do. Focus on you. Focus on getting back up, getting back out there. I heard get that dirt off your dick. You know that saying, they knocked your dick in the dirt? You might be someone who has like a really filthy mouth, and someone who loves obscene comments or saying obscene things and seeing people's reactions. I wonder if I'm gonna have to put, should I technically put, I'm not gonna put an 18 plus for language. Kids talk worse than I do these days. And I can honestly, I have proof of that. I actually once did, if you want, you can skip to the advice part. This is just part of my life. Feel free to skip it. But kids today are awful. Like, I want to say like last year or something. I think it was last year or the year before. I went to do a live, and it was my first time doing a live, and someone asked to like join me or whatever. And it was this kid who said she was 16, but she sounded like she was more like 5. And she started out making up all these lies about how she was at Taylor Swift's house, and how much fun she was having with her friend. And they refused to show themselves the whole time. They only showed like the wall for the background. They refused to show their face, and they were just talking about themselves. And I was just, doing that thing adults do, where it's like, oh really, that's so interesting, what made you hang out with her? Like, I guess I asked too many questions, because this kid's like, we're not lying. And I was like, I didn't say you were a liar, I was just asking questions, because I like Taylor Swift, like, she's very successful. Maybe not like personally, because some of her methods I don't agree with, but like in general, I think she's a cool human being. But like, it started out that way, and then I started asking them questions, and then they started talking about all the great things about their room. And I didn't mention this to them, but I was just thinking, like, how can you be at Taylor Swift's house, but that's your drawing board, and that's like your markers, and that's how you decorated the room. Like, there was a lot of inconsistencies. And they didn't like that I wasn't entertained, or that I wasn't buying into it anymore. I was like, you really shouldn't be on here if you're underage. There's a reason why there's rules. You're actually supposed to be like 16 and older to do a live. And I guess their parents gave them the phone and just let them do whatever they wanted. But they really made idiots of themselves. They pretended to be at Taylor Swift's house. They started talking about how they decorated their room. And then they were really rude to me when I was nothing but cordial to them. Like, I was trying. I was mostly coloring the whole time, and I would respond to them. But honestly, I'm not really interested in you and how you're at Taylor Swift's house. Like, you asked to join my live with me. You should be interacting with me and saying, hey, how are you? It's so nice to meet you, and not talking about yourself and your friend the whole time, and then I don't respond because you're not actually being nice. And one of them at one point was like, "You're rude." And I looked at that camera and I said, "No, that's okay. I can be rude." Because the other one was like, "That's not nice. You shouldn't do that." And I was like, "No, it's okay. If I'm rude, I'm rude. Like, you don't have to be here. Like, you asked to be here with me." And they got so mad that, like, they said, like, "fuck you" or something and ended the live. And I gave them the finger and I gave them a look. And then I just started laughing and I was just like, it's so fun to play. Like, for you, number 3, you forget how dark you were until you're placed in a place of darkness, and then you find comfort and you think it's hilarious because you've been in the darkest of places and you still have smiled and still have laughed. I thought that was funny. I thought that was amusing. I literally was having fun playing with these people who had no good intentions, were too young to really know what it is they were talking about, thinking about. And they sure as hell weren't thinking about how it would affect Taylor Swift or her reputation, you know, putting somebody else's name in their mouth. When you talk about somebody else, don't talk just to talk. When you talk about yourself, you can run your mouth all day long. And that's really what Spirit is letting you know with this person. Like, if they want to talk and run their mouth about you, fine. Let them make a fool out of themselves. But don't you dare feed them with anything to make it worse. Like, so what if you're ignoring them? So what if you're being rude? Like, you're not the one trying to start something. You're not the one poking them over and over again. Like, hey, I want a reaction. Hey, I need a reaction. Like, I get it. Those kids were bored. Everyone was ignoring them because they were underage children, and they acted like underage children. And they weren't even grateful for the one person who gave them the least bit of attention. So, honestly, you're just feeding a monster at that point, right? So, don't feed the monster, number 3. Take it from me. And I learned my lesson. I have never joined another live with anyone else because I view it as, if I want my live to go a certain way, if I want my video to go a certain way, then why invite other people that I don't know or what they bring to the table? Because I have to think about, like, the fans that I have, the people that support me. If I don't know anything about this person and they make, like, the people I care about uncomfortable or unhappy, that's on me. That's not on that other person. I let them be exposed to people who can be influenced, okay? And I don't want them to be influenced in a way that's toxic or awful, and I don't want them to think that I promote that. The most that would happen is if someone tried to be toxic while I was doing a live or something. It would happen the same way. Like, literally, straight face, zone out, bored now, are you done? Like, that's kind of how I get with toxic people. Like, are you done yet? But that's how you're being asked to comply with this person. Even if they're a part of your life, don't feed them any more than you have to. Honestly, I get that my spiritual family wants me to share this story and wants me to be personal with you, but you either get it or you don't. You either want to be around this person and have them in your life, or you don't. And no amount of words that I use is going to convince you whether or not you want somebody in your life. You're the one who has to do that. You just need to ask yourself, do I want to feel chaotic and miserable with this person, or do I want to try and find peace somewhere else? Because obviously they don't want peace, or they would try and create it with you rather than slap it out of your hands. This is the end of your reading number 3. Many blessings. It'll be a blessing if you ditch that bitch. Custom just for you, number 3. Alright. Many blessings to all. Let me just... Number 3's energy was antagonizing. Both parties in number 3 were definitely antagonized. Okay. Many blessings to all. That's much better. Many blessings to all, my loves. If you stayed for the collective advice, you can choose this one, this one, this one, or this one, or all of the above. I'm going to choose all of the above. So, this first one, we have full moon. I'm hearing that song, Blue Moon, you saw me standing alone, without a dream of my heart, without a love of my own. So, expect to find love by the next full moon. Hearing wolf cry, ooh, sure, why not? Troubles coming, sorrow. You've been feeling lonely, looking for your one and only, but not anymore. Your jaw will hit the floor, because things will happen that have never before. You guys are so funny. You made that rhyme and everything. So if you chose that, that's what's coming to you. If you chose this one, a few months. Oh snap, a few months. I'm hearing that song, pop, lock, and drop it. You might be a dancer. You might dance publicly and people are going to notice you is kind of what I'm getting. Unfinished project or career, premature retirement or accident injury. For some of you, people are going to notice your dance moves and they're going to want to give you a job. And others of you, you haven't been able to do dance or do fun things because you haven't been feeling good. But in a few months, you'll feel much better. In a few months, you may get that job. So if you chose that one, that's what you're getting. This one, divine timing. It'll happen when it's supposed to happen because you're exactly where you're supposed to be when you're supposed to be there. It's not about the when or the high or the high. The when, the how, or the why. Or even if someone says hi. It is about belief and faith that it just will be. Alright. And divine timing, progress, powers of perception that will take you far in life. How you see it is how it will be. That's all I'm going to say for that one. Is essentially like if you view it as a positive experience, it's going to be a positive experience. If you view it as a negative experience, it can get more negative. It's all in the eye of the beholder. That's really what I'm getting for this one. So I chose all of them. Those are really interesting messages for me. And then we have in 6 months. What's going to happen in 6 months? What? Dreams of independence and luxury. Be careful that I heard that problem. Be careful that project doesn't go up in smoke. You're going to cause problems for you because you're going to be doing well, but that's not your problem. It's theirs. That's a them problem. So in 6 months, expect some bitter people to kind of try and rile you up when it comes to doing well. But honestly, when you do things that are worth doing, people are gonna notice. So what can you do? How they notice it, that's on them. You just do you and be proud of you. Now, if you took all of these into account, let me just look at them for a second, program it into my brain, and ask, if you chose all of them, what does it mean for you? Because that's what I did. I'm still hearing that Blue Moon song. Expect someone to kind of fall in love with you and the way you work. And expect that person to ask you out in like the next 6 months. This person has been releasing a lot. And it's going to take them a few months to get to know you, because this person has been wounded in the past, and it's like you've been waiting for this, but the timing of it is a little strange, and you're kind of wondering why this person is in this energy coming towards you like a wounded warrior. It's kind of because you have some things inside you and inside your subconscious mind that you still need to release and heal. And you and this person are kind of meant to accomplish it together, but not really. And the way I mean this is you're meant to kind of be a catalyst for each other. Like, you're meant to recognize things about each other that you didn't recognize before. It's like you've both healed a lot, you've both done a lot, and there's something to do with like relationships and abandonment and backstabbing to work through. Basically, you and this other person, when it comes to other people, you're not really that sure about them, because people just come at you all kinds of crazy and you're not sure why. Well, you should consider some people are just crazy, and that it's not for you to figure out. It's not for you. It's not up to you to teach people how to be them. It's up to you to teach yourself how to be you. And it's like I tell myself with the people I help. It's not up to me to tell them the answer to everything. It's up to me to help them find everything and all the answers within themselves, because I could give you answers, I could give you this, that, and the other, but nothing is as satisfying or as rewarding as when you unlock your own mind, your own potential. And trust me, I would know. Like, I'm the kind of person who likes to have all the answers, but I have found that sometimes just breathing and being in that moment is the answer. Like, sometimes you're so hard looking for answers, you're not seeing the actual truth. So this person's meant to show you you're a wonderful person, even if you're not surrounded by wonderful people. And your relationships aren't always a reflection of what you aren't. It's trying to show you who you are, who you're meant to be, and what you do and don't deserve. Relationships teach us what do we think our value is. Like, if I let Timmy walk all over me, Timmy's going to probably walk all over me the rest of my life, and my back's probably going to be broken. If I let JoJo hang out with me all the time and eat all my food, they're not going to ever offer to buy more food because I'm offering all the food. It's that, I should probably tell Timmy, hey, you can break your own back. Don't break mine. I only got the one body, and I kind of want to keep it in good shape. Okay, you do what you want. Same thing with JoJo. Hey, I would love to feed you, but I am not your parent, and I don't plan on being your parent. And, if you wanted that kind of relationship, we probably should have discussed this ahead of time, but I'm going to need you to pay for, like, my next 20 meals, or ditch me, because I want someone who gives to me the way I give to them. It's about, what do you view as equal? What do you view as worthy? Like, I'm a really simple person. I know in a lot of relationships I have deserved more, but I haven't always taken more, because I don't want to just take because I can. And sometimes that was to my detriment. We're all still learning and growing how things work. Basically, the divine is asking you, don't be so sketched out about other people. Because when you're sketched out about other people, it just means you're sketched out about yourself and how you'll react to them. It's not the people who can create chaos. It's, are you letting people create chaos? Are you letting your mind just kind of run away with it? Or are you just trying to ignore the issue? This was very thorough. So if you chose all of it, figure out what you want and what you deserve in a relationship, because it's coming. And if you already know, well then just look forward to it and be grateful and happy that it's here. Like I will be, you know? Be grateful and thankful that you had this moment to watch this video, that you have that kind of time. Be grateful and thankful that, you know, you have a warm, cozy bed you can sleep in. Be grateful for the good things and the good things that will happen. And leave the past where it was. Just look at it if you have to. But other than that, just kind of be like, that's not even me anymore. Like, I don't even like some of the same foods I liked 5 years ago. You know what I mean? Like, relationships are kind of the same way. Like, yeah, I used to be okay with that. Yeah, I used to like that. Yeah, I used to do that, but not anymore. Like, the only thing consistent in life is change. It's just, what kind of changes are you rolling with? I heard pull up on me like, ooh, ah, ooh, ah, ooh, ah. It's like 2 songs combined. That's so weird. So, see how this person's gonna pull up on you and act accordingly. And just, if they don't act right, let them know. And if they don't like it, they don't have to stay. And you don't have to let them. Even if you live with them, you can live somewhere else if, like, something makes you uncomfortable. Just saying. Like, even the simplest of things. If it makes you happy, you can buy happiness. But you can't keep it unless you choose it, okay? Choose happiness in relationships. Accept relationships that make you happy. Accept things that make you happy. Say it with me. I accept things that make me happy. Say it with me. I accept things that make me happy. And then say things that don't make me happy, I move on from. Things that don't make me happy, I move on from. And then just say, everything I want, it's coming to me now. Release the things you don't need. I'll take those. Give you the things you do need. Giving you the things you need. Like love, tenderness, happiness, support, freedom. And let it flow into happiness. Free Reiki. Love, Magi Goddess. Many blessings to all. This is something I randomly thought off the top of my head. I just decided to do it. I thought it would be fun. And it was very interesting. It was fun. It definitely brought back some memories for me. So, these are your messages. Look forward to the next one.